street patrolling, and the residents see that as a sign of intimidation. But certainly the witnesses who saw it told me they could not believe it. They could not believe what happened because everyone saw the young man in handcuffs and then punched in the face. For no reason, he was not resisting. And to his partner's credit, if you watch the video closely, you see his partner say something to him immediately after he see his partner strike this young man in the face. So we also want the audio and the video release of the body cams to see and hear exactly what transpired between both officers.
Can you give us some background as to the time yesterday this happened? What was the reason for the traffic stop? And maybe if something happened prior to the start of the recording of the video that maybe led this officer to do what he did?
Well, nothing can justify what he did. Nothing can justify what he did. The video speaks for itself. This young man was punched in the face, cold cocked for no reason, standing there handcuffed and not restraining whatsoever. Obviously, I'm not a police officer, but the LAPD has issued a statement saying they're investigating it. So they should be the ones to tell their story on why they stopped him to begin with. That's not my role. I'll let the LAPD speak for themselves because I honestly don't know. But what I do know, what we saw in that videotape never should have happened. Never should have happened. There was no excuse for this young man to be assaulted by LAPD. And the black community, we're already in a panic mode. We saw a young black woman named Sonia Massey be shot to death by police on videotape. I'll be leaving LA Wednesday to join those protests in Chicago with my mentors, Reverend Al Sharpton and Ben Crump. But obviously, they've seen the videotape, and the only thing they can say is, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. African Americans are being not only killed, but assaulted in these videotapes. And for us, just having an investigation is the first step, but it's not enough. We need to have these officers in handcuffs, put in jail for assaulting citizens where they belong.
Do you know how he's doing now? Have his friends said anything?
His friends told me that he's not doing well at all because, as the video said, he was punched for no reason. He does not understand why he was punched because he was not resisting. Clearly he's a big man, but to be sucker punched caught him off guard. So psychologically, it was also embarrassing to him emotionally because the video has gone viral. I've gotten calls from New York, Atlanta, Chicago, asking what in the hell is wrong with the LAPD? What is wrong with these officers? You would think after the Rodney King beating, which was on videotape, they would learn that almost everyone in today's society has a camera. Everyone has a camera. And these assaults are being videotaped. So before, they could always get out of it saying, well, he was resisting. It was their word against our word. They won every time. Even the Rodney King videotape, those officers were found not guilty. But this video speaks for itself, and we do believe he should be criminally prosecuted and brought to justice. And that's the only way we can stop police abuse. We have to hold these bad officers accountable because at the end of the day, the black community, black activists, we are not anti-police. We want police in our community, but we want good police. We want officers to come in to protect us, not to abuse us. And that's what happened Sunday when this young man was pulled over for a traffic stop who's not home, but was assaulted by someone who's paid to protect him. Well, the video speaks for itself, and our point of contention is that there was no reason for this young man to be slugged by the officer because he was not resisting. He clearly had both hands behind his back, and as big as that young man is, if he wanted to resist, a whole lot more would have been done on that videotape than what we saw. And even after he was punched, he did not resist. In fact, he asked, "Why did you hit me? Why did you hit me?" I was not resisting. Those are his words on the tape if you listen to the audio of what the victim said. He didn't understand it. We don't understand it. But we're sick and tired of seeing it because at the end of the day, this only happens primarily, we see it in the black community. We don't see white officers going into the white community punching white suspects. You know, they don't do it. And they're going to learn to stop doing it in Watts in South LA.
Do you know anything about the young man? Any details that you can share? Name?
I don't know his name. We follow each other on Instagram, ironically, but certainly we're hopeful that he'll come forward and tell his own story. As I said, this just happened. It's breaking news, but based on the outrage I've seen in the comments on social media, everyone is livid and outraged across the nation, especially in light of the Sonia Massey video.
Where is this young man at this point?
He's home. So wherever he lives at, he's home recovering. Obviously, we're hopeful he'll come forward tomorrow and tell his story. But this story is going to continue. Tomorrow morning, we will be at the LAPD Police Commission meeting, demanding that the chief of police meet with leadership in our community, not just about this issue, but a host of other issues that we've been concerned about, such as if their failure to protect the young students at USC and UCLA, which kind of got swept under the rug, but the LAPD failed, in my opinion, to protect young people in that situation. So I know he's just an acting chief, but at this point, the lives of LA residents are at stake, and he must be held accountable. He must have his officers do a much better job. And what we saw on that video, in my opinion, it wasn't them doing their job. It was them doing their job in the worst of manners when they punched a person who was restrained and not resisting arrest. Everybody good?
Thank you.
No, thank you. So, like I said, sorry it's just me, but tomorrow, trust me, there'll be much more people at the police commission meeting in the morning.